a Scottish Man Cave cup, I've got a coffee. Welcome back to Scottish Man Cave and welcome to this week's vlog. And apologies for Sunday's video. I was going to be releasing a podcast episode with a very special guest, and I'm not going to lie, I was absolutely devastated. We done a recording of about over 2 hours long, and we had some amazing conversation on different topics and stuff, but unfortunately the audio of my special guest did not come through well enough. I tried AI, I tried so many different ways to try and get this audio fixed, and I just could not get it done. So it was a bit devastating, especially because of how good I thought the episode was as well, but these things happen unfortunately. And a big shout out to my special guest. I don't want to reveal him because hopefully we will do it again pretty soon. I might add in a few extra topics or something so it doesn't, feel manufactured or anything. But what an absolute legend you are. You know exactly who you are. And yeah, so I delayed the other episode that was going to be out this Sunday coming as well. So I'm looking at new software. I'm thinking about Microsoft Teams. Not Teams, Zoom, I think it is, for podcasts. And let me guys know, what is the best software to use for podcasting. I did try a different one. I can't remember what it was called. The one that I filmed the first ever episode. But unfortunately, it's not very friendly with people that might only have a phone. So if I want to interview them but they don't have access to a computer, it's not really useful. So I want it to be useful for everybody. So I'm thinking Zoom might be the way to go. And it also records my guest audio separately, I believe, as well. Which, is probably better for editing purposes. So if I'm too loud and my guest is too low, I can actually edit the sound to make it better. So again, I do apologise for that. Now, on to the subject of this week's vlog, I decided to trade in my phone to CEX. I had an iPhone 15, I think it was 128 gigabyte, and it was the red version. Why did I trade it? I've had it for a good few years now, and I'm quite clumsy anyway, so it was only a matter of time when I was going to drop it and it was going to smash. I could have sold it privately. I could have got about probably £400 for it, to be honest, but if you sell it on eBay or Vinted, you're at risk of people saying, oh, the phone doesn't work, or blah blah blah. It's a bit of a risk. So I did trade it into CX. I got £168 cash. You're probably thinking, where's the video games? I did not buy video games. I decided to downgrade my phone to a Motorola 15. It is, and the reason why I decided to get rid of my iPhone for a Motorola was I wanted an MP4 player, and I'm still thinking about getting one, but I've cancelled Spotify, and I might do a video on that, just on that topic of why I've cancelled Spotify. And the other reason is I want to get off the Apple train. Apple, I've had a few iPhones now, and I can't really tell the difference between an iPhone 13 and an iPhone 5. There's not that much a difference. Yeah, better camera, better processor maybe, but overall, I don't think I'm going to buy an iPhone again, to be honest, or any Apple product, to be honest, because I just don't think it's really value for money. And this Motorola cost me £70 from Tesco, and already it's doing the job. But the other thing is, with this app, I've actually started adding my CDs to my phone. So I've got all these albums that I've been buying lately, and I've uploaded them all to my phone. So it's a bit of a win-win, to be honest. And yeah, I could have traded in the CX, my phone to CX4 voucher, but I just don't think it's worth it for buying video games. I thought, right, okay, I'm still going to need a phone, so I thought, right, I'll take the cash. Yes, I could have got more privately, but I think overall
it's the right decision. I think I've made a good decision. And if I ever smash this phone, it only cost me £70. I can get a new one for 70 quid. Well, an iPhone, you know, as soon as I drop it and the screen smashes, if I take it to the Apple store, they're just going to try and sell me a brand new phone. And I don't really want to do that. I'm getting to an age now where, you know, I just need the bare minimum. As long as I can get on the internet, as long as I can listen to my own music, which you can't do on an iPhone, I think it was the correct decision. But let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. Do you think it's the right decision to, you know, get rid of the iPhone just for a simple, cheap £70 Android phone? But so far, I've got to admit, this is doing the job. As you can see, the camera doesn't feel that much a difference either, really. Like, I don't know. I think Apple, the only time I'm ever going to buy an Apple product again is if they drastically change the iPhone. Because I do like that OS system. I do think it's quite easy to use, but I kind of regret going on a contract, you know, with the Apple Store and buying an iPhone. Let me know what you guys think of Apple, because let's be honest, it's like you're on the hamster on the wheel, and when the new iPhone comes out, you tend to buy it. And I've been guilty of it. I upgrade my phones and stuff, and to be honest, you know, yes, Apple OS is better than Android, but I still think you've got more freedom on Android a little bit, especially with adding music to your phone, which is exactly why I decided to buy a Motorola over an iPhone. So anyway, speaking of music and CDs, I did have a little look in the town. There wasn't much in the charity shops. I did not film at all. However, I did pick up 2 CDs from HMV. We will go on a charity shop trip, probably on the road on this week's vlog. I'm not entirely sure where we're going to go yet. I was going to film it the weekend, but this is currently midweek. But before I get onto the CDs, we are almost 30 subscribers away from 200, which is just incredible. So thank you very much to those who have taken the time to subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't, please consider, because I would love to get to the 200 pretty soon. I think once we get to 200, the sky's the limit on this channel. I really, really do. So, CDs. What CDs have I picked up? Only two. And one of them might actually surprise a few people. So, I'm always going to be the kind of dancey, trancey, housey kind of guy. I've always been into that kind of music. And speaking of trance, I did pick up Dave Pearce trance anthems. Some decent tunes on here. Likes of Faithless, absolutely love Faithless. Paul Van Dyk, love Paul Van Dyk. Some absolute banging tunes. This was only £5.99, which is not a bad price, to be honest, for this. From HMV, there's some absolute bangers on here. Like, honestly, I love my trance. Anytime I'm out on a sesh, when a trance song would come on, I would lose my shit, let's be honest. I would lose it. So yeah, I'm very happy to add this to the collection. Now the other CD, which is the one that might be surprising here, there's a bar in Aberdeen called Krakatoa, and it seems to be the only place nowadays where people my age go. I'm starting to show my age a little bit now. And you know, it used to be a nightclub called Prohibition I used to go in, and they normally played a bit of R&B and stuff, and you know, dance kind of music. But now it's just all children. So Krakatoa is basically the only place really to go. The only other place before that was Exodus, but it's all changed now. Exodus doesn't exist, it's something else, Pop World or something. So Exodus used to be indie alternative, but Krakatoa is more metal, and I'm not the biggest metal guy, or historically not. However, I'm starting to get into it now. I'm starting to get into it. It's never been my kind of thing really. However, some of the tunes are kind of banging, and like, you know, I'm new to the genre. And speaking of the genre, the first
sort of metal. Even if it is metal, correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I'm new to this sort of genre, and I know one of my viewers and also the special guest that I filmed, but unfortunately didn't work, is a big fan of them, and that is System of a Down. Now, this is a crack. Well, there's two songs I know on this. One is Toxicity, which is a tune, but the tune I bought for it, and again, I'm going to listen to the album because I'm only familiar with two songs, and that's Chop Suey. What a song Chop Suey is. Self-righteous suicide. I think it's a tune. So I'm very new to the genre, but I thought it was an interesting pickup. It was £8.99, but yeah, I want to really kind of start creating playlists and stuff like that on my phone, and you know, try and get most of the music I had on Spotify, because I'll be honest with you guys, on Spotify I was listening to the same songs over and over again, so I wasn't really looking for new music, really, if I'm being honest. So what's the point of subscribing to, you know, what is it, £10 a month I think it is? So yeah, I decided anyway to buy System of a Down, and I'm happy to add it to the collection.
A few moments later.
So this is a bit annoying. I've actually got one of the old PCs that I'm going to use just for, you know, uploading my music to my phone, or, you know, an MP4 player. But who remembers Windows Media Player? It's a bit annoying because they don't really exist anymore. It still works, but you can't get the album information or anything when you're ripping CDs. So I had to spend £30 on this NCH software, Express Rip CD Ripper, and it's a bit crap. Let's be honest. It's not as good as the original Windows Media Player. So guys, let me know if you know any good software. But this was £30, and it's a bit rubbish. And I'm having to type in CD2, for example, just over here, because it doesn't recognise it as CD2. It's a bit annoying, really. So as I rip the CD, it starts ripping from the computer. But yeah, it's a bit of a faff. And you know, some CDs, like my Pure House Anthems, this one here, for example, just does not recognise it within the, you know, for some reason the software doesn't recognise it. So I can't get the album artwork or the song track, so I would have to manually type 60 different songs or copy and paste them on the internet just to get them on. It's a bit annoying, really, but it is what it is. But I just wish Windows Media Player still supported CDs, because let's be honest, I can actually see people cancelling their Spotify's or Apple Music's and just actually buying CDs of music they want to listen, rather than being overwhelmed with so much choices and stuff. Don't get me wrong, there's new songs I like that come out now and again, but even then I can just support the artist and buy the CD, I guess. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Am I doing the right thing here? Cancelling Spotify and, you know, physically buying CDs again? So this is what I mean by a faff. So, you know, NCH on their website advertise that they get the album artwork and stuff. So, but when I go to Groove Music, which is essentially the successor to Windows Media Player, you know, it's not there at all. So I'm having to go into these and go edit info and then upload the artwork that way, which is here. So I'm downloading that from the internet, and even then that looks kind of amateurish. So I'm having to do that and then save it, and then it'll show up in my phone or MP4 player with the album artwork. But again, it's a bit annoying. It's a bit longer than the old process, but again, if I want to have music off of Spotify, mind you, it looks okay now. Kind of thing. But again, I could go into Google. So that's what I've been doing, just downloading like artwork online and doing it that way. I know there's probably an easier way, that's for sure, but it is a bit annoying. So if I actually go into that, so I'm actually taking it from Amazon's website. Save image. Alright, I wonder now if I can go back to that. Because again, it just looks kind of... I know it's not a big deal, but I just want it to look pretty good. Like, you want it to look like Spotify on your phone. So I think that's the new one. That looks a lot better. Does it? No, it's exactly the same. But yeah, let me know guys what you think. But it's annoying that sometimes some of the albums are not recognised as well. It's a bit of a pain. So this is exactly what I'm meaning by this stupid software. So I've already ripped CD 1, right? But when I put in CD 2 and CD 3, it's coming up for the track list for CD 1. Oh, that is annoying. That is so annoying. So guys, please let me know if there's any better ripping software out there, because I'm wanting a refund. This is not good. Not good at all. Right, let's see if it recognises System of a Down. So it has recognised that. So it seems to be, you know, when it's multi-discs the problem. So maybe I need to start buying singles. But even then, guys, like, it should be recognising all the, you know, the songs, and it is the right album. So this information is, I think, correct. Psycho, well, the last song's incorrect. So yeah, for £30 for this software is an absolute rip-off, I think. You know, bring back Windows Media Player. And yeah, I think that's my rant over.
One pathetic sob story later.
So it's the next day and I'm on the bus. I'm on my way up to Elgin again, and hopefully this time when I get to Elgin all the charity shops are open. I think it was a couple of weeks ago anyway that I went up to Elgin and it was a really bad snowstorm. Highly recommend watching that video, but unfortunately just all the shops were closed. So yeah, I'm really hoping Elgin has a lot to offer. And yeah, in terms of the charity shops, the big chest and stroke shop in particular, I'm really hoping they've got some really good, you know, hidden gems in that place, like the last time I was there. So yeah, I'm gonna put my headphones in, which I've got, and I'm gonna listen to some of my CDs that I've put on my phone. So yeah, I've got about 2 hours to kill on this bus, so might as well just listen to some of my new CD albums. I did listen to System of a Down last night, really good album, but in particular the Chop Suey, Toxicity, my two favourites still. But yeah, it wasn't too bad actually. I did enjoy it for what it was, so yeah, hopefully I can find some more CDs that are brand new and sealed to add to the collection. I do have a few on Amazon, I'm not sure if they're going to come in time. I've also got a vintage one coming as well for CDs, but hopefully we can find some video games as well, because predominantly that's what everybody watches this channel for, to see what video games I can find. So yeah, hopefully we'll find some stuff. And just to show you guys, look at all this, it's looking good now on my phone. Lots of albums now. So yeah, it's starting to build on the phone, which is pretty cool.
2 hours later.
Right, that's us now in Elgin. I've got a coffee. I'm hoping all the charity shops are actually open this time. And yeah, hopefully we can get some decent stuff to take back to the man cave. So yeah, let's go and have a look around Elgin. Just a charity shop, so we're not bothering with the video game stores today. But yeah, hopefully we find something. And again, guys, that charity shop does me pretty well, I would say. I got a few things in there in the chest and heart, which we'll see back at the man cave. But again, always ask if they've got games in the back, because it wasn't showing on the shop floor. So yeah, I did ask to see if there was any video games, and yeah, not as good as the last time, but good stuff to add to the collection, I think. So yeah, very, very happy. Probably was worth coming up now. It was the only charity shop that I've actually got anything at all. So yeah, really happy, and I've got some time to kill in Elgin.
The next day.
And we are back in the man cave. The chest, heart and stroke shop in Elgin delivered once again. I managed to pick up 10 games for £15, which was an absolute bargain. All the games are going into the collection. Super happy. So let's just dive right into the pickups. The first game I picked up, I think it was more pricey. It was £2 I think, and that is Countdown for the DS. It doesn't have a manual, but I don't know, it just intrigued me. Who remembers Countdown with Karel Vorderman? And I can't remember the guy's name, but I know he died, unfortunately, the original host. But yeah, Countdown. It's not one I've seen often, so I think it is probably a game that is suited for the DS. So yeah, for £2 I was picking that up, so pretty happy with that. The next game is also a DS game. Again, this was the most pricey game out of the lot, believe it or not. It was £3, and this was on the shop floor, not in the back. And that was Theme Park for £3. CEX sell this for £4, and it does have a bulky manual and of course the cartridge. But yeah, if it's anything like Theme Park World, again, could be an awesome game for the DS. And I'm going to start collecting for the DS again, I think, at some point. Especially if I find them in charity shops for pretty cheap. It was more pricey, but it's still not a bad price considering CX charged £4. So another one to add to the collection. Now the next two games are, in fact, I'm going to save them two for last. And then I think we'll go on to the two PlayStation 4 games I picked up. And these were £1 each, or I think they were £1 each, or £2 each. And that is Far Cry New Dawn. I think this is like a sequel, and it's in the game sale, so I'm not sure if it was game pre-owned or game brand new. I don't have keys or anything, and I don't have nails to open this up, but I'm presuming it's in good nick. Oh my goodness, can't get this open. This is what happens when I bite my nails at the football. Here we go. Well, I'll say here we go. I get most of it. Oh my goodness. The Scottish Man Cave cannot open a game with a seal. Here we go. The struggles of YouTube content creation. Even then, it's still not opening properly. Oh, come on. There we go. Finally. It's a Far Cry New Dawn disc. This doesn't even look like it's been used. So, really happy with that. Far Cry New Dawn, I know it must be like a sequel or something. Or like a pre-sequel. I don't know if this is part of the Far Cry 4. Is this not meant to be like a Fallout version of Far Cry? Let me know in the comments, guys. And yeah, pretty happy with that. For £2, that is staying in the collection. In fact, all games I think are staying in the collection. But yeah, that was difficult opening that bloody game. The next game is also Far Cry. It is Far Cry 5, the Gold Edition. And again, this was £2. It's got the season pass. And yeah, the disc is in not too bad condition as well. So overall, for £2 each, I get 2 Far Cry games. So really, really happy to add them to the collection. Now on to PlayStation 2. I picked up 2 games. I might already own one, but I'm not sure if I do or not. But I definitely don't own this one. It's Goblin Commander. Never seen this before. Don't think it's a rare game, but it has a beefy manual and the game, so it could be another one for the IONO series, because I've never ever heard of it. In good condition for PS2 as well. Don't know what it is, to be honest. Oh, it could be like a RTS, a real-time strategy game. By the cover of it, it looks like it could be a RTS maybe. So yeah, could be like Warcraft, maybe a poor man's Warcraft 2. Who knows? But yeah, so I added that to the collection. And the next game I added was Lego Star Wars 2. I remember having this as a kid, and it does come with the beefy manual and of course the disc. So again, I think these were £1 each, the PlayStation 2 games. So really, really happy with that. Disc I think is in okay condition. Yeah, pretty decent condition again. So that was £1 each for the PS2 games. Pretty decent. The next game, don't think I had this in the collection. Lego Rock Band for the Xbox 360. The only Xbox 360 game, disappointingly. But everything else I had, and it wasn't really worth trading. Does have the manual, which is good. Never played the Rock, well, I've played the original Rock Band, but I don't know what the Lego Rock Band would be like, so let me know in the comments if it's any good. But yeah, I'm not the biggest Rock Band kind of person, so. Right, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we're down to the last 3 games, so I was spot on saying there was 10 games for £15. And this one, could not believe it when I seen it. They were only wanting £1 for this one. Brand new and sealed. Mario and Sonic, the Winter Olympics. Now I think I might already own this, but I will trade in the pre-owned copy and keep this because it's brand new and sealed. I'm so happy with this. Again, only £1 in that Chest, Heart and Stroke shop in Elgin. And the final 2 games for this week's vlog are both PlayStation 1, and the first one is the original Driver. Again, I think this was £1 or £2, but this game is famous for its first mission of being so difficult, and it's meant to be like, I don't know, what do you call them? An introduction to the game, basically. Why am I blanking? Why am I not? Apologies guys, it's 11:45 at night. A tutorial, yeah, the tutorial. The start of this game is so difficult and it's famous. So yeah, the box is a wee bit damaged, but for £1, I'm not complaining at all. It does have the original PS1 manual, and the disc is not too bad at all. Not too bad for PlayStation 1. So very happy with it. And now we're going on to probably what is the best pickup of the day, and it is another PS1 game. It's got a crack in the box, but it doesn't really matter. I think this is like a £15 game at CX, and it is Warhammer Dark Omen. Don't know anything about it. Not really knowledgeable when it comes to Warhammer, but yeah, as you can see guys, the screen's cracked, but we can find a replacement case, it's no issue. And yeah, Don't know anything about it, but pretty obscure to find PS1 games in the charity shop, so I'm really, really happy that I managed to find it, because, yeah, I wasn't expecting anything. The luck in Elgin was not going well. On the trip, it was just, you know, was not finding anything, not even CDs or DVDs or Blu-rays. There was nothing that piqued my interest, so really, really dependent on the, you know, the final shop to pull through for me, and thankfully it did, or it was going to be a waste of a trip of 2 hours again. So I'm really, really happy that managed to get them. Let me know, guys, does my glasses look squint as well? Because yeah, I need to get them fixed. I think I sat on them by accident, so try not to look silly like that kind of thing. So but I need my glasses to actually see what I'm reading, kind of thing. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's everything for this week's vlog. Again, if you've watched up to this point, he's an absolute legend. Podcasts will be coming soon. I am going to fix that issue. Also, I know is going to be back maybe Tuesday, I'm thinking, possibly. Maybe even the weekend, I'm not sure yet. I might even do two this week. See how I feel. I've got a bunch of games I'm going to play. I think one of them I want to try is The Weakest Link. I think that could be a good one. You know, I can't remember her name, but the ginger wifey, what's her name? Anne something. Yeah, she's a bit freaky, is she? So it'll be kind of funny to deal with her. I know also there's a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game. I've played that in the past. That's a good laugh. So we might even look into that one. But yeah. Oh, I think this, just another update on the gaming channel. I think the I Know series is going to replace the gaming channel. I think it's just a better way to create content that's to do with gaming, I feel. I might do live streams now and again, I'm not 100% sure, but I just want to give you a FYI. Obviously the full focus is on this channel, so we'll wait and see with the gaming channel. Like, I might just, I'm chopping and changing all the time when it comes to that, but I really, you know, the main channel, especially over the last couple of weeks, has been doing really well, and you know, it's on an upward trajectory, and I really want to focus on that just now. Well, about a couple, well, what's it now? As of time of recording, 25 subscribers away from 200. And then I feel once we get to the 200, then it's sky's the limit on this channel. But yeah, as always, I'm waffling on. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Let me know if you've found anything amazing as well. I would love to know. I always love hearing your pickups and stuff like that. So yeah, until the next time, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Ciao.